You must be a very frustrated man tonight. Gives you assessment.
Yeah, that's football. Sometimes it works like this. It's always the same. So when you are on the sunny side and you're in the top position table, then sometimes you come in after a game into the dressing room and you can't even explain how you won this game anyhow. And when you had a sucker punch like we had at Bournemouth, and it felt totally undeserved that we lost this game because we dominate this game more or less, especially in the second half. You think, okay, next game, proper performance, then the sun will shine again, and luck is a bit on your side, and you get an even deeper sucker punch anyhow. This is how football works, yeah, because actually you can't explain someone anyhow doesn't know anything about the result when you just watch the game, how you can lose such a game. But it's always the same in football, yeah. The ball has to find the net. If you don't score, you can't win a football game, and that's the story of the game today.
And summed up probably by, I don't know if he's ever probably done that in his career before, but Teemu Pukki slip on the penalty. What can you say? It's just one of them things, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. So I find it tough to criticize my players too much today because many things were there. There was one team trying to win this game, totally on the front foot, creating chances, and one team spirited and with fighting spirit try to sit deep, park the bus anyhow to survive with the 5-man formation. I got the feeling we created enough in order to score, but the only thing we kept use the key moments of the game, we were not brutal enough and not switched on and focused enough to score. So in the key moments of the game, you have to be there with this attitude. Come on, I scored a goal, fully committed and fully convinced, and not like, okay, right now I try to score a goal. So this is what you have to do to be unbelievably brutal in front of the goal. And with many situations today, yeah, of course, a penalty situation without any doubt, but also many situations. So when around the box, in the box, instead of being there with a proper strike, we try to play the next pass instead of using this chance really brutally. And this is the only thing I can accuse my lads. Yeah. On the other hand, so it's more like we had a game. A penalty, Max Evans out of 5 yards, goalkeeper was an unbelievable save, Jordan Hugill, good header, goalkeeper with an unbelievable save. Their goalkeeper was man of the match. It says a lot about this game today. And then it's always the same, so they didn't have one chance in the first 87 minutes. We tried everything, brought many offensive thinking players on the pitch, tried to bring 3 central strikers on the pitch in order to force a result, because I got the feeling so our mental attitude is not like we are brutal enough today. And then a bit unnecessary loss of the ball, and we concede a counter, missed a bit to be there with a bit quicker tactical foul. And then they have one situation in the whole game. And out of free kick situations, when Rooney still top class, he has proved this several times in his career. And out of their one situation, they were able to score. This is how football works sometimes. And if you don't score the first goal to open them a bit, if Timo scores a penalty, I think we don't even have to speak about. Then they would have to open, probably it would be in the end of 3 or 4-0. If you don't score the first goal, then you can even lose such a game. And this is what happened today.
How big a concern is that, or you're more or less putting it down to, again, the keeper has made them saves, but that's 2 games now. You've had a lot of possession, a lot of pleasing aspects, but and you talked about it on Friday, to be fair, that lack of cutting edge. How big a concern is that now?
Yeah, that's what we definitely need to add. There's no doubt about this, and there's also no question if it's important. It will be important, because right now we are the team everyone wants to beat. We played in the Premier League, we are relegated, and every team is unbelievably spirited. Because by winning points against us, they can get a big boost also for their self-confidence, and every team is fired up. That's why I also said, okay, the year after relegation is unbelievably complicated, because you are more or less a favorite in each every team. And Bournemouth, even such a promoted side, was parking the bus against us in the second half. Derby today again, also with 5-man formation, then hoping for some counters. It will be important to go games disciplined and not to allow them in counters. We were disciplined, also to find this cutting edge. And I got the feeling, so we created even more today in comparison to the Bournemouth game. Was pleased with our approach, also our tactical approach and what we did. But it's more like a mental attitude, how you act in front of the goal. And this is more like, you can't explain so much. It's more like about the soft skills. You have to be fully convinced and fully committed, and don't play just too complicated. That it has to the goal has to caught the eye with another net make or another little pass. No, you have to be brutal in order to bring the ball over the line. And this is definitely something we need to add to our game in order to win more games. That's for sure.
Ben Gibson, assess how he went with his first hit out today.
Pretty pleased with him. His first game since nearly 2 years, and he was back in team training right now since 4 weeks. And I also got the feeling he's prepared, but it's also like a sign of his character that you didn't see any rusty behavior or whatever. I think in defending he was top class. Yeah, and in general we didn't. My centre backs again didn't allow them to have one chance. I was pretty pleased. And also in the build-up, he looked quite calmed and quite composed, and was also pleased that he could go for 90 minutes without any doubt about his fitness level, and pretty pleased with his performance. And I think he deserved actually to come back in the dressing room, into the dressing room with a clean sheet. Feel a bit sorry for him that he was not capable to celebrate a better result on his first game day, but I was pretty pleased with his performance.
Just two more if I can, Daniel. You brought Buendia back in, but no Cantwell today. Again, is that just what you saw on the training pitch during the week? Why one came back and the other one didn't?
Yes, of course, because of the training week, but also like we got the feeling so Emmy with his quality in 1-against-1 duels against a deep sitting Derby County side would be important for us there. We need then sometimes players who can even beat in 1-against-1 a different player, a bit like the streetwise football of Emi Buendia. We thought it would be important today to have him on the pitch. Todd is more a technical player who can shine with his passing skills and pretty tidy in his passes. We had several technical players today also in our squad, and for that we got the feeling no, it's more important to bring a bit like a footballer with Emi in who can do some crazy things, and sometimes he's there with a net make and wins a 1-against-1 also. In terms of his aggressiveness against the ball, he would have been important. I was quite pleased with MEB. He wasn't outstanding and not world class, but I think also there, after a long time being out, with many good scenes as well. And sadly wasn't able to create something with an assist or a goal today. But in general, he was also involved, I think, into this penalty situation. And I think it was at least a solid performance of MEB today.
Just the final one. That's obviously the last game before the window closes. Would you just dearly love a very quiet 13 days left, or do you expect there's going to be plenty more speculation and plenty more uncertainty? How do you see it panning out these next 13 days?
Yes, I just will turn my mobile off for a few days and then hope and pray a little bit. So, yeah, if I'm honest, it's tricky. I predict the first 5 games are tricky. Also tricky to focus on each and every game for some of my players. Right now we have also the international break. I also hope that the lads, and many lads will be involved, they come back in a really healthy and safe. They are sometimes in countries where COVID is even a bigger topic than here in the UK. So I'm a bit concerned. We'll just return after 3 games, just 1 or 2 days before the next game. So I think also the Rotherham game will be, of course, a bit influenced by the international break, but also because of ongoing speculations. But right now, so this final game that is influenced, we can also handle this in any way. And today I have to be honest. So I wouldn't blame this today just because of transfer speculation. So it's more like how football works sometimes. Yeah, when one team is just playing, creating chances, and you don't reward yourself, then sometimes football works like this, that there is one counter action and you concede a goal. So for that, I don't want to blame the transfer speculations for our loss today. So it's more like it was a bit like this cutting edge that was missing, and hopefully we can show this in our next away game.
Thank you, Daniel. Cheers.
Last week you said he wasn't focused. Now he's had a week. So did he do everything right? It was just a tactical decision on your part.
In general, it's for each and every player, or each and every week is a chance to impress during training and to show that you're spirited and really focused and full of desire to go back. And I don't want to judge right now to the training week of each and every player. So we had several players who were not in the squad today who were also there pretty spirited and concentrated. Jakob Lungi Sørensen, for example, was there was definitely a good training week. Also Josh Martin was definitely okay. We got the feeling today it's necessary to bring a player like Emi instead of him into the squad, who has a bit this crazy movement sometimes. And it's always the same, so it's not like you press a but and just after 1 or 2 good training sessions, you're straight away back in. It's more like you have to prove this over a bit longer term. And again, so Todd is full of quality. I told you so already how much I love this player, and if he's focused and if he's spirited and fully concentrated on his job, then he has all chances to impress again. But it will also last a bit, because you can't press just a button and deliver outstanding performances on this level. It's more like it will be hard work to come back, and that's what he has to show. And I'm pretty hopeful and also in a good mood that he will show this over the next few weeks. For that, I'm pretty sure that Todd will be involved pretty soon.